One of the great upsets in sporting history will have its sequel in December, when WBA, IBF, WBO and IBO World Heavyweight Champion Andy Ruiz takes on Anthony Joshua in Diriyah, Saudi Arabia. Ruiz was famously a late replacement for their first matchup, only given the fight when Joshua's scheduled opponent, Jarrell Miller, tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Even more famously, Ruiz then went on to beat the heavily favoured Brit by TKO in the 7th round to win Joshua's titles and put the first blemish on his previously unbeaten record. The first Mexican heavyweight champion, Ruiz remains the underdog in their rematch, and as they toured the globe for promotional press conferences in Jeddah, New York and London, said that his motivation was unchanged.
The hunger still remains. You know, I don't want to be a 15-minute of fame, you know? I want it to last. I want it to be a generation. I want to be a champion for more years.
The victim of bullying throughout his childhood, the Mexican was once again slandered as fat before the first fight. But Ruiz's victory instead saw him labelled as a champion for the rest of us. With the rematch on the horizon, he's facing familiar criticism. Tyson Fury suggested Ruiz had been partying and eating tacos ever since.
I'm really hungry. A lot of people saying that I'm not training, that I'm not taking it serious. But come on, I got all these belts. Like you said, there's a lot of responsibilities to this.
Humbled by his first professional defeat, Joshua no longer was facing questions of future clashes with Fury or Deontay Wilder, as he had before the first fight. Instead, Ruiz, as the champion, is his sole focus.
For any fighter out there, it's important that we always say, don't overlook your opponent, always focus on what's in front of you. Everyone knows how important it was for us to kind of overlook fighters because we wanted the fight with the WBC champion. But now I'm fighting for WBA, WBO, IBF and IBO championships, and they're right in front of me. I don't have to overlook the man sitting on the right of me to get to that.
With that said, even if Joshua wins, there's unlikely to be a rubber match anytime soon. There'll be an appetite for a unification bout against WBC champion Wilder or Fury, depending on who wins their mooted rematch, at this stage planned for February. There will also be mandatory IBF and WBO challenges to come for the winner of Ruiz and Joshua. Holding the fight in Saudi Arabia was a controversial choice, given the country has faced continued criticism over its human rights record. But not surprisingly, neither Joshua nor promoter Eddie Hearn had anything but praise for their hosts.
From what I saw when I went out there, it was phenomenal. Hospitality's in the culture, they took good care of me, good food, good weather, and an iconic fight. Clash on the Dunes, December 7th.
You will witness an event that will go down in history. And some people looking from the outside in may think this was a strange destination. They also said that for the rumble in the jungle, for the thriller in Manila.
It's a normal attitude for boxing to take. The sport has always been less about what's right and more about how much money can be made. And one of the most anticipated rematches in recent memory certainly stands to make plenty for all parties.
Thanks for watching. For more great content on all the major stories in world sport, make sure you hit the subscribe button.